The thing is, when you have bad credit, a lot of folks believe that you don't have chances when it comes to business credit cards. In today's conversation, I'm going to prove them wrong. So let's just go through the review here. I will share with you the best 5 business credit cards for people with bad credit. Number 5, we have Bank of America Business Advantage Unlimited Cash Rewards Secured. The only thing is, this card is a secure credit card, meaning that you have to put in the deposit if you want to qualify for the business credit card. But it's kind of cool if you're looking for business travel benefits. Okay, there is no welcome bonus. There's no annual fee. The regular APR is kind of high, 26.49%, but it's good because it helps you build business credit, but also sort of have rewards when it comes to travel. Okay, so the card, when you think about this card overall, is great if you don't have a relationship with Bank of America and you have very poor credit. And the reason is that if you have a good relationship with Bank of America, but happen to have, let's say, less than stellar credit, you can still qualify for a business credit card unsecured. But this is secured, okay? Let's go through the pros and cons of this card. So the pros: no annual fee. You have solid rewards for a secured credit card, and you have the potential to graduate to an unsecured version of the card within 3 to 6 months. Okay, it really depends on how you play the game here. Okay, here are the drawbacks, the cons. So, of course, this is a secure credit card, so a deposit is required. There is a foreign transaction fee, which is 3% of the US dollar amount of each transaction. And there is a balance transfer fee, either $0 or 4% of the amount of each transaction, whichever is greater. Now, this card is definitely not a card that you will use for balance transfers. Okay, so overall, this card is great. It allows you to earn 1.5% cash back on all purchases, everywhere, every time. Okay, there is no annual cap, and your cash rewards do not expire. So you just have to open your account with the security deposit, minimum $1,000. So upon approval, your credit will be equal to your deposit account. Okay, and so there's no annual fee. So overall, fantastic credit card for people who have bad credit. Number 4, we have Capital One Spark Classic for business. Our score 9 over 10. Now this card is unsecured. In other words, they're not asking you to put up a deposit. Okay. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. I'm having a quick convo with you about the best business credit cards for people with bad credit. So when we talk about the Capital One Spark Classic for business, what we love is that the card is a low maintenance credit card. Okay, it will help you build credit. The APR is kind of high though, 26% also. But hey, listen, it is what it is. The card has no annual fee. It has no foreign transaction fee. Okay, there is no fee. The good thing is there is no fee if you want to add additional employee cards. This is fantastic. You are basically receiving 1% cash back on all eligible purchases with no sign up or activations required, and the rewards are unlimited and will not expire while your account is open. Now, one thing you need to remember here is that Capital One will report your business credit card activity to the business credit bureaus. I'm speaking about the Dun & Bradstreet, speaking about Equifax, Experian. And so you have to be aware when it comes to using your Capital One Spark Classic for business. So the way you use it could actually affect your personal and business credit. Okay, so but overall, this card is better than the one before, because even though the cashback is lower, because Capital One will give you a 1%, while Bank of America will give you 1.5%. But the only difference is that Capital One is an unsecured credit card, while the first one is a secure credit card. So you have the delta there. Okay, and one thing I also want to say here is that when it comes to Capital One Spark Classic for business, you can actually they will review your account every month. And after 3 to 6 months, you can actually graduate either graduate to a better credit cards within the Capital One business credit card portfolio, or what they will do is they will actually raise the limit on this specific card. So either way, you win. Okay, so use the card use the card with discipline. Okay, be focused, and you want to pay back whatever you charge on the card, and very soon you'll get a better card. Number 3, we have Brex card. Our score 9.2 over 10. By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about the best business credit cards for people with bad credit. So the Brex card is kind of cool. Now the only thing is, Brex is a corporate card. So corporate card do not require a personal credit check, but the minimum bank balance requirements might be a problem for some newer or cash-strapped business. So my question to you, businesses, my question to you is, boss, do you currently have some extra cash you can put up in terms of now you're not putting the cash as a collateral or guarantee, personal guarantee, but Brex just wants you, they want to see the cash sitting there, okay? If the answer is yes to that, if the answer to that question is yes, then it's really good, okay? Now, let me go through the pros and cons of this card. What we love about this card is that the pros first. You have no annual fee, new cardholder bonus offer. This is really good. You can qualify with poor credit, bad credit, doesn't matter. You have bonus categories, no foreign transaction fees, no personal guarantee. And in terms of the drawbacks of this card, you have a complicated suite of rewards, no introductory APR, and no revolving balances, okay? But overall, the card is great because you are basically getting like 10,000 points. Think about it. 10,000 points when you spend $3,000 on a Brex card within your first 3 months. And on top of that, you have credit limits that are 10 or 20x higher than traditional small business corporate cards, okay? The minimum bank balance, though, is a little high. The minimum bank balance that Brex will ask you goes from 20 grand to 50 grand. So the thing is that you have to actually have that cash sitting in the bank. And what will happen here is that Brex will connect their system to your checking account, so they can actually monitor how your cash balance evolves every single day, okay? And but it is what it is. But the card is great when it comes to rewards. You have 7x on rideshare, 4x on Brex travel, 3x on restaurants, 2x on software subscriptions, and 1x on all other transactions. And they have a miles transfer program to 7 airlines. You were speaking about Qantas, Air France, Singapore Airlines, among others, okay? So you can transfer those miles to 7 airlines and their loyalty programs. Fantastic. And the thing is, so this gives you, as a Brex customer, access to book travel across all the major global airline alliances. I'm speaking about Star Alliance, One World, and SkyTeam. Fantastic. Number 2 here, we have Divi, our score, 9.5 over 10. So Divi is kind of similar to Brex in the sense that it is a corporate credit card that does not require you to they don't check your credit. The only thing is you do have to pay all the balance, whatever you charge on the card, you have to pay it off every single month, okay? And but hey, listen, it has better options, better rewards than Brex. That's why we just are ranking this card a little higher. So let me just explain to you how Divi, the credit card, works. So Divi offers a credit line to businesses, as well as a Divi credit card for any employee who needs access to the funds. And with those funds, you can set up budgets for spending so that employees never go out of they actually never go over what you are willing to spend on any given expense categories. So the expense monitoring here is done on you have to monitor your expenses expense by expense, one expense at a time, okay? But this is really cool because the bottom line here is that you can have physical cards for employees or virtual ones, and there is a mobile app you can use to view and manage expenses. And your company can use your line of credit for any business related expenses, from rent to office supplies to travel and entertainment that relates to the business, okay? You'll have the opportunity to make monthly payments or pay off your balance in full. Here are the pros and cons of this card. So the pros, well, when it comes to pros, the thing is that DV reviews are overwhelmingly positive, and DV customers comment on how easy it is to manage business expenses. Okay, you can use the card to build business credit, and because they will report your activity to the Small Business Financial Exchange (SBFE), which basically feeds into Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. This is really good. There is no interest charged, and no annual fee, and rewards offered up to 7% points based on your payment settings. And the cons, the major drawback is that DV's site doesn't list interest rate fees, so you'll never know how much you're getting. And there is a foreign transaction fee of 1% per transaction, so you have to be aware of that. Number one, the best of the best in our view when it comes to business credit cards for folks with bad credit, we have Ramp. Our score, 9.8 over 10. And by the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about business credit cards for folks with bad credit, the top 5. So Ramp is kind of similar to DV and Brex in that they are corporate, like all those players, they are corporate credit cards. Now, the only difference, again, with Ramp versus DV and Brex is that Ramp is more sophisticated, it's fuller. It has a fuller suite of services, and it has more rewards, in our view, at least. Okay, let me go through the pros and cons so you have a clearer idea of what I'm speaking about. So here are the pros: no annual fee or foreign transaction fees. You have a simple, straightforward rewards program, no personal guarantee or a credit check, and you have direct integration with popular tools and card level spending controls and alerts. And popular tools involve things like QuickBooks, Zero, Wave, and all other software tools. Okay. Here are the cons. Now, the balance must be paid in full every month, and the card is not available to sole proprietors or unincorporated businesses. So if you happen to be a sole proprietorship or you are not incorporated, you're not going to qualify. So incorporated means what? It means that you got to have an ALC, an ALP, an LP. You got to have an S Corp or C Corp. You have to be a corporation. But in terms of the details of this product in general, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on all purchases. This is really good. Let's say no personal guarantee or personal credit check that is required. You have a 30-day charge card running on the Visa network, and payment in full automatically debited from your connected business bank account on the same day each month. You must spend more than $10,000 per month on corporate cards currently. Okay, you must have at least $75,000 in a U.S. business bank account to qualify. And so this is what overall, the RAM card is only available to corporations. I just said that, corporations, LLCs, and limited partnerships. Okay, so you're not going to qualify if you are an unregistered business. And so so overall, fantastic credit card. Let me give you a few pro tips before, if you have made it so far. I want to share with you a few things that will actually help you. How do you actually pick a business credit card for bad credit? Because there has to be some kind of strategy. You got to follow a certain path, a certain formula to qualify for a business credit card for bad credit. There are a few things I want you to think about, because the primary goal here is to build credit, right? You want to find a situation for your bad credit situation. Now, you want to look for a card that allows you to avoid annual fees. Okay, if you are going for a secure credit card, you want to check the minimum and maximum deposit amounts. Okay, you got to have the cash to make the deposit, though. Ensure the spending you will charge to a secure credit card is not going to surpass 30% of the total amount you plan to deposit if you only have that one card. Because the goal here is to avoid a high credit utilization ratio and the resulting negative impact on your credit score, right? So verify that the minimum deposit amount will not become a limiting factor on spending, even if you plan to exceed the recommended 30% credit utilization. This is very important. So in addition to that, you got to make sure that you are considering reports to all 3 credit bureaus. In other words, you want to go for business credit cards that guarantee a report, like a monthly report, to all those 3 credit bureaus. I'm speaking about Dun & Bradstreet. I'm speaking about Equifax business. I am speaking about Experian business. This is kind of important, okay? And because if you were to think about it, the real value of a business credit card for bad credit is the opportunity to build credit. Okay, so make sure your card reports your credit card activity to the 3 business credit bureaus. You want to check for fees also. So same situation in terms of annual fees. So other fees you really want to check to make sure you really understand. And one thing you also need to do here, you need to also simultaneously rebuild your personal consumer credit first. Because when you have bad personal credit, you're not only trying to build credit, business credit, but also trying to improve your personal credit. So you want to bring your FICO score up, okay? Because again, the bottom line is you want to move from a secured credit card, if that's what you qualify for, to an unsecured credit card real quick. Let me give you a bonus if you're still around. I want to talk to you about the importance of establishing business credit. So how do you do it? Well, when we talk about establishing business credit, we're not just talking about business credit cards. You have a constellation of ways to build business credit. And you can actually get a business loan, a business line of credit. You can set up net 30 accounts. Okay, you want to have trade lines. And you also want to see, when we talk about business credit or business loans and business line of credit, all those things can be either secured or unsecured. And when we talk about the net 30 vendors, those are generally, they can be net 45, they can be net 15. The bottom line is you want to have some kind of line, okay? You want to have the trade line that you can report on your Dun & Bradstreet so that your payday score can start above 80. That should be the goal. 80 is the criterion, is the numerical criterion. You want to go for minimum, okay? I'm not speaking about 75 or no, minimum 80, okay? So, and you also have other ways to build business credit. For example, you can use a service such as NAV. NAV actually has they have a business boost program that allows you to actually pay like $39 every month, and in return they will actually report your business activity to the credit bureaus. So this is it is a fast yet cheap way to build business credit, and over 3 to 6 months you will really start establishing business credit with the NAV Business Boost program. So it is a very interesting program that will help you a lot if you use it properly. One thing I also want to say here is that if you're not approved for a business credit card, don't worry, okay? If you're not approved for those, you will have to think about other ways. Take your time, just hold your horses, wait for a few months, let's say 3 to 6 months, and come back. And so let me give you an overview here. What is the overview? The thing is that there are alternatives to business credit cards for bad credit. If you never get approved, there are alternatives. So here are the alternatives. Now, you have vendor accounts. I just mentioned that. You do have online loans, business cash advances. You have crowdfunding. The thing is that there are some business loans that are collateralized by default. For example, when you have equipment financing transactions, those are collateralized. So anytime you go for a collateralized transaction, you actually boost your chances of qualifying for the loan, regardless of your credit score. Okay, so this is the kind of stuff you have to go after. For example, merchant cash advances, invoice factoring, equipment financing. Those funding schemes, those business funding schemes will help you out a lot, okay? And what I want to say here is that you want to start primarily with the bank where you are currently at, where you currently have an account, but whether you currently have a personal account or business accounts. But if you don't get approved, you can try online lenders. And in the online lending space, you have a lot of players from SmartBase to Bluevine. You have OnDeck, okay? But if you don't find your luck over there as well, you might want to try a third category of business lenders. Here we're speaking about alternative business loans. So you have Kalamata, you have Balboa, you have a lot of them. You have Lendio, for example. Lendio. What we love Lendio is that what we love about Lendio is that it is more like a marketplace, a loan marketplace that allows you to have access to a bevy of many lenders. So this is really cool. And so they have like 75 to 80 lenders in their network. So this is really good. So you're able to try your luck with several lenders, okay? And the thing is that if you don't want to use your social security number for a business credit card, you can actually use your EIN. So that will be your employer identification number, okay? But overall, that's what you want to use anyway. You want to go for your EIN, and really, so you can preserve your social, because your personal FICO is already it's already in the FICO basement. You don't want to damage it further. To close today's conversation, I want to show you our business credit card evaluation approach. We do have a solid system on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing business credit cards for people with bad credit. Check this out. All right, number 5. Now let's do a recap here. Number 1, we have the ramp card, our score 9.8 over 10. Number 2, we have Divi 9.5 over 10. Number 3, we have Brex 9.2 over 10. Number 4, we have Capital One Spark Classic for Business 9 over 10. And number 5, we have a Bank of America Business Advantage Unlimited Cash Rewards Secured Credit Card. Our score 8.8 over 10. Thank you. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.